Hello, hello everyone. It's Chalkin History with Shelly. Welcome to my live. Say hello as you're hopping on. You'll see a red live box if you are live with me. Otherwise, you're catching the replay, which you can rewind, pause, fast forward. Hit that share arrow and give us a like. See if we're live. Give everyone a moment to hop on. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, let's see here. Not seeing a picture. That's interesting. Say hello. Let's see. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get this guy off of there. Hello, hello. Today we're gonna play with another Pooh Bear. Isn't he cute? So cute. What's one thing we know about Winnie the Pooh? We know he is always, always hungry. So we are going to do the something to eat transfer. It's called something to eat, and it says, what could be more important than a little something to eat? And I thought, how cute would that be on a big old pot of honey? So I've got a big pot of honey cut in front of me here. If you would like this cutout, so let's say for cutout, comment, honey, okay? And then we will get that all set up for you. We can put that there for a moment. First thing I want to do is stain it. Okay, this is just, it is unstained. These darker areas are engraved. So it's got the engraving first. Of course, you can use it like this if you want. You can paint it. You don't necessarily have to stain it, but I'm going to stain it. And I'm going to stain it with a little bit of our espresso. And I watered this down. I watered it down like crazy, okay? So I'm gonna see what this looks like here. So we're gonna do the entire thing so that engraved wood should get darker. Okay. Keep picking up that watered down paste. It's going to be a nice dark honey pot. Okay, let's get this on here. We'll have to make sure this is good and dry too before we do anything else with it here. All right, I'm gonna just kind of go back and forth. Isn't that awesome? You can see all that wood grain in there. All right. I think that looks good. I like how that looks. We got good coverage. I think it looks good. All right, let's get this dry real quick. Come here, Mobley. I may have to let the dog out. He is kind of scratching at the door. Let's see if we can get this dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna run him out real quick, and then I'll be back. So just kind of hang out with me. But it's kind of early. He doesn't usually walk this early. We'll see if it keeps covering. So we kind of did lose a little bit of that definition of our engraving. Maybe as it dries, it'll get darker. Let's see. Let's get it dry. Wish I had one of my high-powered air dryers with me. I love the grain of this wood. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hold it as close as I can to it here. Our design is going to kind of go in this circular area that I'm trying to kind of map out with my dryer. Try something too. I'm going to take my little sanding block here and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to kind of sand it more in the middle. Kind of concentrate in that circular area. Maybe lighten it up a little bit. And then what I'll do is wax it. So you can really see that coming through now. There, you can see more of that definition of the beautiful thing here. More of that engraving coming through. Okay. There, that looks good. That looks a little better. Let me wipe up my space here. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, Kathy. How are you tonight? Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate you. I don't even know if you're allowed to say shared or sprinkled or whatever anymore. Who knows? Facebook is just so funny sometimes. Okay, I need to get this waxed. So, where is my wax? Do better. Hope you are fine. Oh, you're probably better because I think you were feeling sick. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Good. That's good to hear. Let's see. I had one of those daubers that I was using. Oh well, we'll just use this. And I'm honestly just going to right now concentrate on this circular area. Okay. Ooh. Put it in my hand too, because otherwise I'll be shaking you guys like crazy. So this little honey pot's so cute. All right, I will get that for you. Yes, comment, honey. Okay. Get a little more. Look, either there's a lot there or I rubbed it off. So let's try that spot again here. Try not to shake you guys, but it's nice and buffed. Okay, I think we're good. Look at that shine. All right, let's get our transfer out. Something to eat. Something to eat. Pooh. We need the Pooh. Okay. So I cut it so that, or I engraved it so that I knew it was going to kind of come in with within these lines. If you look at pictures of Pooh's honey pot, there are some that have like a division right here. So I thought that would be cute to snuggle it in right in the middle of that. All right, so I'm going to take that off. And Make sure it's nice and straight. Let me take a look. I feel like that's good positioning. So let's go ahead and lay that down flat. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Around. All right. Let's go ahead, and I was going to chalk it in black, I believe. Chalk the whole thing in black, and then we're probably going to do some coloring in. So let's just go ahead and put a little notch here. Ooh. There we go. All right, let's do that. Now let's get our squeegee and chalk away. Go around. I have a friend who's, I don't know where she is, but wherever she is, there's like a Winnie the Pooh section. So I don't know if that, I guess that would be Disney. But they're just like concentrating on the Winnie the Pooh area, which is so fun. I haven't been to Disney in so long. We took the kids a long time ago. And I remember thinking, man, you need a vacation after that vacation. We went twice with the kids. And thought, yeah, that's enough. It would probably be fun now that they're adults. It would be fun to go again. But I can't ride rides. I get sick. So I don't know how much fun that would be for me to just walk around when there's a million people and it's hot and I don't know. That to me does not sound too much fun. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, that turned out so good. It's even cute like that. But of course, we're going to make it even cuter by coloring it in. So let's go ahead and get this all drawn up. Now you can use your chalk paste if you want. But since I waxed, it won't really sit too well on top of the wax. Like if I try to, like watercolor it in. So I'm probably going to do markers. So let me get these nice and dry. Although I would like to use my saffron, paint him all in. Let's try. We'll try. We're going to give it a little go here. We'll see. Let me just kind of mix this up a little bit. It started to come out already. Okay, let me just trim this. Another color tray. Going to put a tiny bit on the tray here. And let's just put, we're not even going to water this down. We're going to do full strength and see if it sticks. does kind of stick, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, we can use our paste. We're allowed. I'm gonna try to avoid that black though, as usual. We will go over it again because I am sure to go over it. I just don't want to dilute this yellow too much. Because if I hit that black, it may get in the yellow and it will dull it. So we're going to try not to here. Yes, there's going to be spots that you're going to touch the black. Kathy, are you a Winnie the Pooh fan? How could you not love Winnie the Pooh, right? Let's see, we gotta avoid his shirt. We'll make that red. He is always hungry, isn't he? So now I guess we know we can pull out some more paste. Because it's working like a charm. I might keep his honey pot unpainted, but we'll do the bow. I actually like this little applicator tonight. Sometimes it feels good, kinda. Sometimes it feels good to paint with it, and sometimes it doesn't. If you want a little sparkly Pooh, you guys can go with Shimmer Harvest. But I'm using saffron right now. So if you have saffron, that is the perfect Pooh color. Perfect, perfect, perfect color for Pooh. Oops, you don't want to get too much on there. So what we'll do is we'll re-chalk the outline of Pooh. because I've been going over the black lines quite a bit. My gosh, so cute. Okay, so his arms, his bottom half, his feet and legs. Okay, now we gotta do his face. You have any special plans this weekend, Kathy? Anything fun? I'll be going to my niece's bridal shower, so I'm excited about that. It's always fun celebrating a young couple. Watch where you put your fingers down. I'm trying not to put it down on the board because I'm afraid I'm going to smear it. Gosh, I wish I knew somebody who was doing Winnie the Pooh in a nursery or something. So cute. Oh, don't think I'm going to do anything. Oh. Go out and treat yourself. Treat yourself to an ice cream or whatever you like. Well, that's kind of fun. It lands on Mother's Day this year. It'll be tricky around here, so I am just not gonna worry. I'm gonna go over the black a little bit because we're gonna re-chalk it, so. We won't get too upset about it. And I'll probably color his nose in. I think we did it in ash on the blocks. Remember we did the blocks a couple days ago? And the little tags. Okay. All right. Pooh is good to go. Here, let's try to smooth some of that out. Cute. All right, so let's do his shirt, candy apple. I actually kind of want to do a cherry. Let's do a cherry. Why not? Nice and dark red. I know. You know what's sad is I was talking with a friend today, and she's like, our kids maybe know about it, but our grandkids probably have not even heard of half of the cartoons that we grew up following and books that we read, which is such a shame. Okay, this is cherry. I think this is gonna be a good red. Oh yeah, that's a good red. That's the perfect red for his shirt. Especially against that yellow, that saffron. Oh my gosh. Again, don't worry, we're gonna go over all that black with the transfer. Can't tell if there's a bug buzzing around in the inside, or I think he's on the outside because he keeps hitting the window. I just hear bzzz. It's weirding me out. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. It's a good red. All right, now I want to say this is red too. It almost looks like he has a bib on. He used to wear bibs too, didn't he? Trying to think now. I think he would. Okay. A little bit more of a shirt. Okay. He's coming along. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. Okay. So it's like a covering. I'm going to make his little bow eggshell blue. I think I'm going to do that in eggshell blue. So the covering, I'm going to try to do, let's do it in Dune. Do it in Dune. And I'm just going to need a little squirt of Dune. I will not need much. I'm going to need a little bit more than this. I'm not going to need much. Just trying to squeeze it down here. Okay, let's see if that works. It'll be like a linen cover. Let's put that out of the way here. Probably gonna need more. Looks like it. My Dune's a little thicker than probably what I would like it to be. Let's squeeze out some more here. There we go. tell if that's part of his, if it's part of this ruffle stuff, or if that's part of the pot. I have to make an executive decision here. Let me get all this colored in, and then we'll decide. Little part right there. I gotta imagine that's part of it in there. Because then this is the bow. The bow goes around, right? Okay, we need to go online and see real quick what it looks like. Something, it's called Something to Eat. Something to Eat. Let's see how they did it. Okay, so it is part of the little linen covering. Okay, all right. That helps. It's always good to refer back. Okay. All right, I think we're done with that. Okay, last color we're gonna do is the eggshell blue for his ribbon. So I feel like it's hard down to here. And we might as well squeeze a good amount out. Ooh, put my finger in there. Let's put this here. Let's get one last little applicator here. Oh, that'll be a good color. Again, I'm trying not to go over the black, but if it happens, it's okay, because we're gonna go, we will redo just around Pooh. It's such a fun color. Gosh, I love that color. Eggshell blue. And so bright. Oh my gosh, just look how that brightens him up. All right, this one I'm gonna have to get a little more on the black than I want to, but a little tight squeeze in there. So the ribbon that goes across. Okay. All right, we're getting so close, friends. A little bit more, and then we are done. Or no, we gotta do one more little band over there. So no, we are not, but we will be. Now we're done. Like I said, don't fear. We will be going over all of that again. Okay. How cute. All right, we need to do something with his nose. So let's do, just gonna use this one. We're gonna dip into the black here. Just feel like his nose should be black. Okay. I think we're going a little outside the lines, but that's okay. All right, now we have to make sure all of this is dry. A part of me says to wax. He is kind of cute, isn't he? Part of me says kind of wax, but part of me says don't do that. So maybe we'll just take a piece of paper over it, just to smooth it out a bit. I'll make sure it's nice and dry. Kind of go over it. And you can kind of see that it does, especially down here, it got nice and shiny over his legs, over that eggshell blue. It does kind of fuzz itself, or not fuzz itself, it kind of what am I saying? Buffs itself. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Okay, let's put this back on. Line everything up. Let's see here. Find his feet, find his hands. Find all the lines if you can. Ooh, there we go. That just kind of jumped into to the right spot. Just gonna lightly press it back down, and we're just gonna do Pooh. We don't need to do anything more than just Pooh. So let's grab our black and chalk Pooh Bear. Smooth everything out. All right, I think we're good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this. This is really gonna pop now. It's so gonna pop. Oh, look. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. All right, let's get this dried up. Now, you could leave it on something. You can hang it on the wall. That'd be kind of cute to put it in the kitchen. But I do have a stand that I also made. So let's see how that all goes together. I made these two hexagon, that's 6, right? Hexagon pieces. One goes one way, one goes the other way. It's kind of double layered so that when you stick your honey pot in there, it keeps it standing. So cute. I think I might next time cut the top piece in a little more so you don't have, there's a little bit of space hanging out there, but I think what I'm going to do is color in, let's do that. Oh, let's see, do we want to do that? We could do that beautiful eggshell blue, or we could do Dune. Or we could do black. Maybe we do black. Let's see here. We can water down the black. I don't know, that brown might get in the way. We'll see. Let me see if I can kind of get that brown out of there. Try to soak it up. And then we'll just spray the black down. Make a color wash out of that. Out of the black. And then we'll just paint them black, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna empty this whole packet out. And then we're gonna spray it down. This was a new one, okay. And we're just gonna incorporate that water. That's what makes it into a kind of like a color wash. This one's not as thin as the espresso was. So this will should paint pretty much black. All right, let's just paint it black. Yeah, look at that. Even though I watered it down, it's still pretty black. So that's good. Once it dries, it'll dry a little lighter. But if I will type this in the comments in a minute, but if you need the stands as well, go ahead and comment stand. I will send you a personal message. You guys won't get one through, you won't get like a bot sending you a message. I will send you a message on how to order this for yourselves. I love when we paint the wood that you can see the wood grain through it. I think that's just so cool. All right, that piece needs to dry. Okay, let's get this piece all done. I'm painting it, this one I'm not painting like with the grain, although I think the grain does go that way. I'm cutting with the way the slit is, the little slot. But I do think that is how the wood grain is going, so it just happens to be that way. I haven't really thought about that, Kathy. But go ahead and comment stand if you guys are needing the honeycomb or this honeycomb shaped stand. Comment honey pot if you're looking for the honey pot, and then we'll go from there. How's that sound? Like I said, I'm not going to, it's not like robot driven answers. All right, get those dry. Thank you. You turned out so darn cute. You could have done this the color saffron, that would have also been cute. I think I like the black stand. That way we're not drawing any attention away from the honey pots. Gosh, I love the grain in this wood. Even cut a third piece and make the third piece with a smaller slot. We'll see. Can you see that wood grain in there? You guys, that is wood grain. This little swirlies you see there, that's the wood grain. That's awesome. Okay. So if I do this, I feel like if I did even like a smaller piece on the inside, that would be fun. There we go. How cute is that? I'm going to tilt it up so you guys can kind of see what that looks like. Aw, isn't that cute how it's sitting on that? How fun. How fun. It almost would look cute too with just one shape and then just stack it a little higher. That would also, I guess so. I guess I'm not quite convinced I'm liking the way I designed the stand. So I might think about that, but still comment stand if you guys are interested. Comment honey pot if you need the honey pot. And we are done. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a terrific Friday to come, and I will see you guys again soon.